It was just another early morning in Los Angeles until chaos broke out on Ventura Boulevard. Witnesses say Lil Nas X was wandering the streets in nothing but underwear and cowboy boots, singing loudly, tossing his clothes aside, and even wearing a traffic cone on his head. Have you spotted any mistakes, noticed a missing detail, or have requests for future videos? Feel free to share them in the comments, but please remember to stay respectful. If you enjoyed this video, I'd be happy if you subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss any more stories like this one.
Hey, babe. Nah. Didn't I tell you to put the phone down? Uh-oh, somebody's gonna have to pay for that. Hey, for everybody coming to the party. La. Yes, I am serving you. And you better be at that party tonight. Oh, yeah. Yes, get my good side. Every side. Yes. Boom, cat towel. Ooh. Sean Bankhead taught me that one. Hey! Woo! Batty boy want to give it to me, baby. Batty boy want to give it to me, baby. That's gonna be a beautiful sunrise. Give me that phone so I can throw it. I want to throw it far away so you never see it again. I don't like phones. Don't miss the party tonight. Why are you still here? You need to be telling everybody about the party, girl. What's your problem?
These last few years were pretty difficult for me. They have been pretty difficult for me. And I'm just now like arriving to this place of feeling confidence in myself and what I'm doing. And I'm trying to make sure I put intention towards my music and my vision and the creativity of it all. And most of all, I really want to make sure I have fun this time around. I don't think I got to have as much fun during the Montero era because I was more overly focused on, I don't know, making sure the songs did well than making sure I was like having fun doing, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying I didn't have any fun. I had some fun, okay? I want this time around to be even more fun, and I want to be like even more full of joy, and I want to be even more full of love. Monterey, we are coming. I have the songs, I have the music, I have the vision. You guys need to sit patiently. You've waited this far, we've waited this long. Let's keep going. Let's make this happen, okay? I love you guys so much. I'm finna do my...
When police arrived on Ventura Boulevard that morning, things escalated quickly. According to reports, Lil Nas X didn't calm down when confronted by officers. Instead, witnesses say he suddenly charged at them. One officer claimed he was struck in the face not once, but twice. What should have been a routine call about a disturbance quickly turned into an arrest that made national headlines. Authorities revealed that the rapper, whose real name is Montero Hill, was taken into custody under California Penal Code Section 69. This law covers resisting or deterring an officer from carrying out their duties, a charge that can lead to serious consequences. Initially, police weren't even sure if this was a criminal act or a medical emergency. Early statements suggested that Lil Nas X might have been under the influence of drugs, or possibly experiencing a mental health crisis. For that reason, he was first transported to a hospital for observation. But after doctors cleared him, he was officially booked into jail. NBC News and TMZ both confirmed the details. Videos surfaced online showing him wandering the street in, his underwear and cowboy boots, which only fueled the media storm. For many fans, it was surreal to see the once polished star of Old Town Road in such a vulnerable and chaotic state. What made the situation even more concerning was how it clashed with his carefully built public image. Lil Nas X had always thrived on shock value, provocative performances, bold fashion, and controversial stunts. But this wasn't a staged music video. This was raw, unfiltered reality playing out in the streets of Los Angeles. And for critics, it raised an important question. Was this just another publicity stunt? Or was it a cry for help?
That he is very depressed and he is like broke, like cash strapped. Like, and when I say broke, you know, you got rich people broke and then you got regular people broke. No, from what I've been told, this is like regular people broke, like hardly no money to his name. Them houses that you see that he's in, them ain't actually his houses. Those are Airbnbs. Those are like luxury Airbnbs. It ain't his. When he shows you his house, quote unquote, that's why it don't ever be no furniture, for real. It don't be like pictures on the wall. It don't be it looks like what? An Airbnb. That's what it is. And that's what most of these celebrities do. Most of these celebrities in LA, the home that they show you is not actually their home. It's like an Airbnb. Lil Nas X is broke, about to be dropped by his label. He's picked up a drug habit. And I'm also here to let y'all know that behind the scenes, allegedly, he was, I don't know about who. Y'all didn't hear that from me. We will continue to follow the story with Lil Nas. That being said, this is not his first time doing that. This is a common occurrence. They just so happen to have gotten it on film and sent it into the blogs. The people that were filming him were a part of his team. Like, this was leaked to the media on purpose. You understand? Like, the people, the person he was pointing at holding the phone, like, give me your phone, like, he knew who that was. Okay, be very clear. That's not a random fan that just saw him down the street strutting, because if you notice, when you look at the street is empty. Nobody's out there. So he had enough sense to take his out to an empty street where nobody would see him, but his team leaked that. Okay, now, like I said, this is not his first time doing that, but normally when he likes to go out and strut his shit outside in public, he's butt-ass booty naked, so he had clothes on this time. Now, moving right along from that, why is he wigging out like this? Is this the Illuminati? Is this MK Ultra mind control? Baby, this ain't none of that. What I've been told is that Lil Nas X is broke, his music label ain't paying no attention to him, and he may eventually be dropped here pretty soon. Here's the thing, right? Lil Nas X has been struggling for money ever since he changed management team some years ago. Nobody cares. Nobody's paying attention to him, okay? The management team he had when he first started, he got rid of them, got a new management team, started doing all that demonic, and started doing all of that flamboyant, right? And that's really what has now tanked his career, because we just don't care anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Now, from what I've been told, he wasn't really gay. He not became gay, but he plays gay as a part of his image because he feels like that's gonna sell. And then of course the whole industry is secretly gay anyway. About 90% is bisexual, or what I would call sexually fluid and or gay for pay. But
news of Lil Nas X's arrest spread fast. Within hours, major outlets like NBC and TMZ were reporting the story, replaying clips of him wandering Ventura Boulevard in nothing but underwear and cowboy boots. For the public, the sight was shocking. Some called it disturbing. Others couldn't help but compare it to his theatrical performances. But this time, the performance seemed to have no stage. Almost immediately, speculation began. Was Lil Nas X under the influence? Was he suffering a breakdown? Or was this yet another carefully planned stunt to dominate headlines? The confusion only deepened when officials revealed he was being held on resisting arrest charges, with possible felony consequences if the officer's injuries were deemed serious. Enter Orlando Brown, the former Disney star turned social media firebrand, who wasted no time adding fuel to the fire. Known for mocking celebrities, Brown began clowning Lil Nas X's behavior, turning the incident into comedic material. His jokes quickly circulated online, but they also brought up a deeper issue: the fine line between entertainment and personal crisis. For some, Orlando's reaction was proof that the industry still doesn't take mental health seriously. For others, it was just another voice highlighting the absurdity of Lil Nas X's public antics. Either way, the coverage and commentary pushed the narrative beyond a single street incident. It became part of a larger conversation about fame, mental health, and the blurred line between publicity and reality.
We're learning that rapper Lil Nas X has been arrested by police in L.A. early this morning. That's according to the L.A. County Sheriff inmate records. According to law enforcement, a law enforcement authority familiar with the investigation who spoke to NBC News, the rapper punched an officer twice in the face. We should note the LAPD is looking into whether the rapper was under the influence or under mental distress. NBC News has reached out to representatives for Lil Nas X, but we have not heard back yet. It's hard not to laugh.
I'm literally in the process of letting the entire network know what is going on right now, but I can tell you that we do have new reporting. So
Okay.
I just got off the phone with a public information officer in Los Angeles County, and they have confirmed that Lil Nas X, he is no longer at the hospital after this incident. His real name is Montero Williams, and he has been booked at the Van Nuys jail. He was booked for something called California Penal Code Section 69. And this is resisting or deterring an officer from performing their legal duties. And this adds up to reporting from outlets like TMZ that says that he allegedly punched an officer twice. And we've seen the video of him obtained by TMZ walking in the early hours of this morning in his underwear and a pair of cowboy boots, and that multiple people called the police because of his disturbing behavior. And one of those passerbyers, they got him on video. An incredibly sad situation. Montero Hill, in an incredibly sad situation, because this was somebody, I interviewed him in 2020, a really talented artist who kind of shot to fame overnight with his hit single. And he has really been trying to recapture that fame ever since. And he's had some success, but really never reached the heights of Old Town Road. And this comes after some disturbing Instagram posts over the last couple of days as well that raised some.
To understand why this incident struck such a nerve, we need to look back at Lil Nas X's career. He first rose to fame in 2019 with Old Town Road, a catchy country rap song that became a viral phenomenon. It broke records, dominated charts, and introduced him as a family-friendly star embraced by both kids and parents. But after that breakout, the road to maintaining fame became much harder. Instead of chasing another Old Town Road, Lil Nas X turned to shock value as his brand. He leaned into bold, controversial imagery, the infamous Satan shoes containing drops of human blood, a lawsuit with Nike that only added to the drama, and music videos that featured him sliding into hell and dancing provocatively on the devil. He later staged a mock pregnancy photo shoot, complete with a baby bump and maternity gown, sparking outrage and laughter in equal measure. Each stunt guaranteed headlines, but they also cemented a reputation for controversy. This strategy worked for a while. His single Montero, Call Me By Your Name, became another hit, largely fueled by the public backlash. But over time, critics say the shock tactics started to overshadow the music itself. Fans began to question whether he was relying too much on controversy to stay relevant. And with each new stunt, the line between performance and personal life grew blurrier. That's why the Ventura Boulevard incident is so divisive. Was this just Lil Nas X doing what he always does, using outrageous behavior to grab attention? Or was it a glimpse into something more serious, a young star losing control, caught between fame, personal struggles, and the demands of an unforgiving industry? Behind the flashy costumes and headline-grabbing stunts, some insiders claim Lil Nas X's career isn't as glamorous as it looks. Reports suggest the rapper may be facing serious financial struggles. Despite projecting wealth on social media, sources allege many of the homes he shows off are actually luxury Airbnbs. Fans have even noticed that the interiors often look empty. No personal touches, no furniture, just staged spaces for the camera. These rumors of financial trouble have been tied to a bigger problem: management changes. Early in his career, Lil Nas X had a team that helped him shape his sound and image. But after breaking away and linking with a new management group, he reportedly shifted into a more extreme, demonic, and flamboyant branding strategy. While it kept him in the spotlight, Critics argue that it hurt his long-term musical credibility and alienated parts of his audience. Some industry voices go further, questioning the authenticity of his entire persona. Comedian TK Kirkland even speculated that Lil Nas X's sexuality could be more of a marketing angle than an honest identity, comparing it to past acts who were packaged by labels to fit a narrative. Others believe that behind the scenes, the rapper has expressed discomfort with the extreme image being pushed onto him. Allegedly, during video shoots, he has been seen struggling, even breaking down, before being pressured by label representatives to play it up for the cameras. If these reports are true, it paints a troubling picture. A young artist caught in a system that values shock value over stability and branding over authenticity. Whether or not all of this is fact, the questions around his finances and image only make his recent breakdown appear even more complex and possibly more tragic. Beyond the headlines, there's a growing concern that Lil Nas X may be facing a real mental health crisis. In past interviews, he's admitted to struggling with depression, burnout, and losing confidence in himself during the promotion of his last album. He even confessed that making music stopped being fun, leaving him drained and anxious. Since then, troubling patterns have emerged. Reports claim he has been using psychedelics and smoking heavily to cope with stress. After the death of his grandmother, in 2018, he also developed hypochondria, a constant fear of being sick or dying, which sometimes spiraled out of control. Combined with substance use, it painted a picture of a young star overwhelmed by fame and personal demons. Fans also noticed physical signs of strain. Earlier this year, Lil Nas X revealed he had been hospitalized when part of his face temporarily stopped working. Though he later reassured followers it wasn't permanent, it added another layer of worry about his health. For those watching closely, the Ventura Boulevard incident wasn't shocking, it was heartbreaking. Instead of seeing it as another stunt, many see it as a sign that Lil Nas X needs help, not ridicule.
The musicians are just hired hands. They're not really in the know about what's going on. A friend of mine who plays drums for a very, 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 very well-known artist was on the set of a Lil Nas X video or whatever it was a while ago. In between takes, he said this kid was shriveling up in the corner. He went over to him and he was like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on?" And he was like, "I'm uncomfortable with this. I don't want to do this anymore." Next thing you know, he saw the label people hovering over him, telling him, "You better gay that shit up more." Right after that, my friend took his entire band and left the set. He said, "We're not doing this." They tried blacklisting him. He still plays for that big main artist, but he lost a lot of clients, and they tried to
The biggest question surrounding Lil Nas X's arrest is whether this was a publicity stunt or a genuine collapse. For years, his career has thrived on blurring that line. Every time he dropped music, it came wrapped in controversy, from Satan, Shoes with Human Blood, to sliding into hell in his Montero video, to staging a full pregnancy photo shoot. Outrage always turned into streams. That's why some fans and commentators suspect the Ventura Boulevard incident could be more of the same, an elaborate stunt designed to keep him trending. After all, just days before, he wiped his Instagram, clean and returned with cryptic photos, teasing new music. To skeptics, the timing feels suspicious, but others argue this time is different. The lack of cameras, the police involvement, and the violence all suggest something more serious than a marketing trick. His past confessions of depression and burnout make the cry for help theory more believable. Whether stunt or breakdown, the result is the same. Lil Nas X is once again dominating headlines. But for a growing number of fans, the entertainment value is fading. What they see now is a young star on the edge, someone who may need compassion more than clicks. As the public debated whether Lil Nas X's street episode was a stunt or a breakdown, his mother stepped forward with her own voice. In interviews, she expressed both love and frustration for her son, painting a raw picture of a family caught in the spotlight. She admitted that seeing him in such a vulnerable state upset her deeply. At the same time, she refused to judge him harshly, insisting, "He's my baby, my last child, and I love him for who he is." Still, her words carried a hint of disappointment. She revealed that when Lil Nas X first came out publicly, she wished he had told her before announcing it to the world. For her, it wasn't about his sexuality. It was about being left out of an important part of her son's life. Her comments also touched on generational struggles. She spoke about her own health battles, including seizures, and reflected on whether her son's path mirrored her own hardships. It was a candid, emotional reminder that behind the stage persona is a family watching his every move, hoping he finds stability before it's too late. Legally, Lil Nas X's situation is far from over. He was booked on resisting arrest and battery on a peace officer, charges that can go either way. If prosecutors treat it as a misdemeanor, the outcome could be probation, community service, or a diversion program aimed at treatment rather than punishment. But if the incident is elevated to a felony, especially if the officer's injuries are considered serious, he could be facing up to 3 years in prison. Adding to the uncertainty is the fact that Los Angeles County has a zero bail policy for most low-level offenses. Normally, someone in his position would have been released almost immediately. The fact that he remains in custody raises questions about whether officials are considering psychiatric evaluation or whether there are hidden details yet to be revealed. For now, his fans are left waiting. Is this the beginning of a full career? Collapse? Or will Lil Nas X turn the chaos into another shocking comeback? Hollywood is full of stories of stars who hit rock bottom before reinventing themselves. Whether he follows that path or spirals further depends on the choices he makes. In the days ahead.
So this is him right here.
That my doobie. That my I don't give that my doobie. Get it, doobie. Get it, my tarot. Hold on. What? Get it, my tarot. Rubber it. Get it, doobie. I'm gonna whoop your behind when I go. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Why you gonna whoop him? Why you gonna whoop him?
Because I told his ass. He said, mother.
Uh-huh.
I said, I'm gonna smack his ass because he said, mother.
You ain't like the way he said that?
I said, doobie. No, because somebody, everybody else want to have something negative.
What's up, man?
Did I see you on TV?
Yeah, my son.
Probably. I was, yeah. What's happening? Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Listen, do you know who this is? I don't. This is Lil Nas X mom. Yeah. 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 Hey, appreciate it, man. All love.
I'm gonna whoop his behind, though.
Well, I mean, so seeing him like that, because they're saying it's an overdose.
But get what? I don't judge my son. I was upset with him from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When he first got on Jerry Springer, I was really upset. Then when he got on Maury, I was really upset. When he got on Ella, I hardly got upset. That's when I shut off on my son.
Why?
Because that's when I seen that you're gay. When you could have told your mother before you told your dad, why what's that nigga? But you told your daddy first.
Huh. So you feel like he should have told his mom first. I get that. I get that. Listen, Tamika, I want to ask you though. Seeing as how you're living this way and seeing your son, who's a superstar, basically, being brought into the hospital for ODing, right? What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like it's a generational pattern?
I'm going to say it's a generational pattern. I'm going to say I thank God and how to faith because we all still walking by faith, not by sight. I'm going to be real with you. But one thing about it, he should have told his mother from the beginning before he told his father from the end.
Well, maybe he didn't maybe felt like you wouldn't accept it or whatever.
Oh, no, it ain't about what I can accept. It's all about what I can't accept. But don't never put your mother away when I'm the one who had you.
I get it. But Tamika, at the time, if you was out on the streets doing whatever.
Oh, it ain't about me being in the street. I walk by faith and not by sight.
What happened to your eye, Tamika?
When I had to see. I had a seizure.
You the second woman that I've asked about their eye,
I had a seizure.
and they tell me they fell on the ground.
I had a seizure.
Okay, all right. So that wasn't somebody hitting you.
No. I was at the pharmacy and I had
You have seizures? Is that something that happens to
Yes.
you? Okay.
And I say, I thank God and how to pay my still here.
Well, I'm thank God you're still here too, okay? All right, so, but I do want to ask you though, like, do you, when you look at your son, kind of looks like, walking down the street and, like I say, eventually ODing, right? Being high, whatever was going on with him, right? Whether it was
my son is not
chemically induced or whether it was something, mentally he had going on or whatever. When you see him like that,
it upset me, but one thing about it, I love him for who he are. He's my baby. He's my last kid.
okay, all right. Do you assign any
But I cry.
blame to yourself to say like,
I claim for myself. I claim myself.
I'm living. No, what I'm saying is that
I
do you
feel
blame
bad.
yourself? Yes, because like he may be going down the same road that you are.
But he can never go down the same road.
Lil Nas X has never been just another musician. From the moment Old Town Road went viral, he has thrived on being unpredictable, shocking audiences, breaking norms, and keeping his name in the headlines. But the Ventura Boulevard incident feels different. Stripped of cameras and stage lights, it exposed the fragile reality behind the image. A young artist caught between fame, personal battles, and the crushing weight of expectations. For critics, it's easy to laugh or call it another publicity stunt. For supporters, it's a painful reminder that behind every viral headline is a human being who may be struggling far more than the public realizes. His mother's words, his past admissions of depression, and the troubling signs of financial and personal strain all point to deeper issues that can't be solved with another music video or viral gimmick. Now, the question is whether Lil Nas X can step away from chaos marketing and find a path that gives him stability and joy. His future will depend not just on music, but on whether he gets the support he clearly needs. Because this time, the world isn't just watching a performance, it's watching a cry for help.